Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Central Florida. We've been to church this morning, and I came home and I changed into one of my amazing new bookish t-shirts that my sister sent me for Christmas. I wore one in my video yesterday, and I completely forgot to mention it. If you didn't see that video, on the shirt it says, "It's not hoarding if it's books." And I actually got another shirt from my mother-in-law that has the same saying on it but a different picture. So I'm super excited about those. Now I'm on my old camera today, so you probably can't see as much in the frame, but this one says, "My weekend is all booked." I will do a video hopefully soon showing you my bookish items that I got for Christmas and a few books that I got, as well as my bookish shirts and things like that. I was super excited that I got several bookish t-shirts and one sweatshirt, and I will be featuring them and wearing them in all my videos from here on out. So I will definitely show you those soon. So for this video, I'd like to go ahead and continue what I was going to do yesterday, but I was on my phone and I had a very limited time that I could film. Now I'm on my old camera. So what I had planned to do in yesterday's video was also show you my January TBR. I did go ahead and mention what I've already read in January, and I also showed you my Christmas books that I didn't get to that I think I will still read in January. And so moving on from there, I have mostly read-along books. And what I mean by that are the books that belong in the series that I introduced as read-alongs on my Goodreads group, which is Lizziefaye's Comfy Corner. So if you're not already a member of that, I hope you will join. Last September, I introduced 4 different read-alongs for 4 different series that I wanted to read, and I invited any of you who would like to join me to read along with me, and then one standalone book. Well, we finished the standalone book. We stretched it out over a couple of months. So the 4 series are the Cherry Cola Book Club by Ashton Lee, and I think there's still a few of you out there who are reading this with me. This has turned out to not be quite what I had hoped. I think my favorite book so far has been book 3, which was The Wedding Circle. The Christmas book was okay, but it had a couple of things in it that kind of pulled me out of the story. So there's 2 books left. The one that we are reading for January is Queen of the Cookbooks. I have not started it yet. Just be sure to go on the Goodreads group and comment. I think I have not yet commented about Cherry Cola Christmas, so I will do that very soon. Then another series that I am thoroughly enjoying, and I think I only have one buddy reading this one with me, and it's Elise Hung. This is the Harmony series by Jody Thomas. We read book 4 in December, and again, I have not gone on my Goodreads group and commented about it yet. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next book, book 5, is Chance of a Lifetime. This series takes place in the town of Harmony, Texas, which I believe is a fictitious town. We usually get to see several of the characters from the town that we have met in earlier books, and then a couple of new characters are introduced in each book, and I'm assuming that that will be the same case for this book, although I'm going in blind. I have not read the back, so I don't know what's going to happen. Lowest on my priority list for January is the Cape Light series, and that's simply because I decided to stretch it out a bit. I just finished reading Cape Light in December, and I am giving us 3 months to read the next book, which is Home Song. Then we'll have 3 more months to read the 3rd book and 3 more months to read the 4th book, and then we'll be ready for the Christmas books come next fall, November, December. So that is the plan for this series. If you would like to join in on this and you have not started yet, there's still plenty of time. You have between now and next November, really, to read the first 4 books, and we'll chat about them. There are discussion threads, at least for the first 2, I believe, on the Goodreads group. The first book I thoroughly enjoyed. It took me forever to get to it. I just kept bumping it out of the way for other things, but it was an excellent book. I really, really liked it. This takes place in a small town in New England, and I just thought it was a really nice book, very much a comfort read, fits perfectly with the theme of my Goodreads group, and it had a little bit of romance in it, a little bit of family drama, and I highly recommend this series. So start with Cape Light if you haven't yet read it, and then move on to Home Song by Thomas Kincaid and Catherine Spencer. So for the moment, I am caught up on all 3 of those read-alongs. There's one more I introduced, and I have been very delinquent on this read along. And for this one, I also think I just have one buddy that's reading these with me. She has read at least 2 and maybe 3 by now. I have not checked the Goodreads group yet to see if she's commented, but I have only read the first one. It was called Before the Dawn by Carolyn Arson, and I need I would like to read 4 of these by the end of January. I'm going to try to read 1 a week, and that's simply because book 5 is A Patchwork Christmas, and then from that point there is 11 books, well, 10 books in the series before the next Christmas book. So if I can get up to here, then I can just read 1 a month all the way through next Christmas and stay on track. So that is my plan. I may not get this much read, but I'm going to make these a priority this month. I said that last month and I didn't, but I mean it this time. So here are the books. Sweet September by Tricia Goyer. And that one I know for sure that my buddy has read. And the reason I'm not saying her name is because I don't know how to pronounce it. She did type it in for me phonetically, and I let it slip my mind how to pronounce it, and I apologize. These books are about a family of children whose mother died. I don't know where their father is. They have come to live with their grandparents on a farm. They are from the city, so they are getting adjusted to farm life. I've only read the first book so far, and I think it's going to be a bigger story arc than just one book. You know, it's going to take a few books for them to finally settle in and feel at home on this farm. But it was a very good, touching story. I think that the series is going to be one that I'm really going to enjoy. I just need to immerse myself in it and get some of these books read. So the next one is Circle of Grace by Leslie Gould. And book 4, I believe, takes place at Thanksgiving. It's called Homespun Harvest. It is by Robert Elmer. And then book 5 is Patchwork Christmas by Kristen Eckhart. So those books are very high on my priority list for January. Then I have 2 other guidepost books that are from a different guidepost series that I said I was going to try to read by Christmas time as well. These are a little lower on the priority list, although I really would like to get to them. Number 4 in the Patchwork Mystery series is by Kara Putman, and this is called Timeless Treasures. And number 5 in the Patchwork Mystery series is Patchwork Holiday by Kelly Ann Riley. So again, this is a different guidepost series. I have read the first 3 and thoroughly enjoyed them. My sister is reading them now, and she's also been reading this other series as well. I know that she's already read this many of the Home to Heather Creek series because she told me several months ago. So she may be already way ahead of me by now, but that's okay. I will catch up. And then another book I have checked out on the Audible romance package that I've been wanting to get to forever is Emma by Jane Austen. I have not ever read this, been interested in it ever since I found out that the movie Clueless was a retelling of Emma, and I love that movie. This is one that I definitely want to get to in January on audio. I don't know who the narrator is, but I will type it in down below. And then I noticed that Lala of Books and Lala has announced the next Buzzword-a-thon, and the buzzword for this round is lies or lying or liars. And I really don't read a lot of books about liars, apparently. But I did find one book that has the word lies in it, although it has a different meaning. And it's a middle grade book, so why not throw it in this month? It is by Richard Peck. Here Lies the Librarian. So just for the fun of it, so that I can say I participated, I think I will read this. This is very short, and it's even large print, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. Richard Peck wrote the Long Way from Chicago and A Year Down Yonder, and I thought those were fantastic books. So I'm really looking forward to reading something else by him, and this is it. So those are my priority books for January. For my TBR, I will probably end up picking up some other audiobooks at this point because most of these are not available to me on audio. There are a couple of these I can get on audio, but most of these I'm going to have to read in print. So, of course, I always like to have a couple of audiobooks going, and I'm sure that I will scroll on down through my TBR and find some other books that I can enjoy on audio. But you will just have to wait for the next Friday Reads or my end of the month wrap up to find out what those books are going to be, because I don't even know what they're going to be yet. So that's what I have on my January TBR. What are you planning to read for January? I would love for you to tell me in the comments or direct me to your video if I have not seen it yet. And that's all for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.